our screen's on, camera's on, that'd be great. If there's a problem, let me know. Otherwise, work on getting that on in the next minute or so. And we'll get to it. So let's see, yesterday I gave you a pretty easy day, right? What were you supposed to do yesterday? Watch a video and do any makeup work, right? I was kind of giving you one more, oh, Alyssa, okay, no worries. I was trying to give you one more catch-up day, make sure everything's up to date in Skyward. I think some of you took advantage of that and some of you, but we're moving on. So hopefully you got to watch your little video, which we'll come back to talking about here in a minute. And otherwise you kind of had an easy-ish day, just making sure you were up to date on everything. So that was what I wanted to do for you. And then we'll go from there. So quizzes, you did take a quiz for me on Friday. I tried to reach out if you hadn't taken it to take it yesterday. For those of you that were unable to do that, I mean, I think I'm talking like maybe 1 or 2 people here. Let's try for tomorrow after school. And then we will be going through that quiz. Most of you did fine on it. It was what, commands and, no, it was vocab and commands, right, vocab and commands. So we are going to move on today in just a minute. Before we do that, I have one quick thing for you to fill out. So I need you to go to your current lesson. Okay, Alyssa. Head to your current lesson. Everybody get there. There's a little link there that I want you to do for me real quick. Okay, sounds perfect, Alyssa. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so you are looking at, it says Zoom Blink. All right. That's what I want you to click on. And this is what we're going to do. I was trying to think of something. Oh, I didn't publish it. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Kind of to keep going with my show and tell type thing. It really is hard for me to not get to know you and to not get to interact with you and for you not to really get to interact with each other very much. So what I was thinking is I would try to give us another opportunity to kind of do that. So what I need you to do is fill this out for me real quick. It says, please jot down 2 to 3 things that you like or important to you that you're willing to share with the class to see if you have these things in common. All right, so this is super fast in English. Jot down a couple things. Go ahead and submit it to me so that when I call on you, you're not like, I can't think of anything. All right, so come up with something you're okay with sharing. Favorites seem to be a good, easy topic. Your favorite foods, your favorite sports, movies, music, games, whatever, etc. Come up with 2 or 3 things that you'd be okay with sharing. And I'll do an example tomorrow. And then over the next couple weeks, I'll probably have you share something here and there.
You want us to submit that on Canvas?
Yes, please.
What did you say?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So if you go to this, there should be a little submit button. And oh, okay.
There's none.
All right. Give me a sec. I'll make one. I'll make it. I see that. All right, points in here. Here. Oh, I just didn't click one button. Always the same. All right, try now. Now good? Yeah. All right, so I'll give you a minute or 2 to do that. Then we're going to move on and talk about some riveting grammar called the subjunctive.
I have a question.
Yeah.
These are in Spanish, right?
No, just English is fine.
Oh.
Yep, I'm keeping it simple. Just something for you to chat about, something for you to share. and I think I'll make it pretty straightforward. All right. So once again, okay, you should have clicked on number 2. What is the subjunctive? Perhaps you have a little idea. I'll let you start with a little idea if you watched my video yesterday. And then we will go through it. Whoops. Not with all the answers. And make sure you got it. So for those of you that watched your little video yesterday, anybody want to tell me what you understand about the subjunctive? What you got? What you got? Kylan, what are you thinking?
So like it deals with emotions.
Okay, good. She said it deals with emotions. Absolutely. Oh, I got a lot of cameras off too. If we can get our cameras on, we're kind of back together here. Help me out here if you can. Rodney, Juana, Zoe, Ava, Jameson, Sergio, Riley, Morgan. A lot off. Waiting for you real quick. Get them on so I know you're there, so I know you're listening. Are you there? Are you there? Thanks, Leah. Thanks, Sergio. I guess even though I'm looking at your ceiling, you turned it on, so that means you're there. Okay, Ava, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know, Jameson. All right, if it's not working yet, just check in with me. Okay, so anybody else got anything? So it's something with emotion, Gracie?
It creates like
Yeah, so like we were doing commands, which is where you're telling somebody what to do. This is more of a suggestion, right? So you're suggesting that somebody do something. Okay, that's a good start. Anybody have anything else? Otherwise, that's okay. We'll move on. Let's look at my notes here. Whoops. I think I shared it and then I stopped sharing it. I'm not sure. All right, online friends, can you see the notes here? Can you see the notes? Okay, great. All right, so I'm still looking at you because I'm going to need some participation here as we go. Oh, by the way, I did give you a participation grade last week, so I have started that over fresh. Kylan and Gracie are the only ones who have gotten a point so far. Okay, so be ready to participate in a minute. All right, so here's where you're focusing. Focus, focus. Okay, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. I need like 10 minutes of your focus. Focus, okay? All right, so here's what it is. El subjuntivo. It's called the subjunctive in English. El subjuntivo in Spanish. All right, so here's the deal. It is not a new tense. It is a mood. What the heck does that mean? I'll get to that in a minute. What I need you to understand is this is actually part of the present tense that we're going to do right now. Later, like not even, I don't think this year, maybe, I don't think, you're going to do past subjunctive. This is just present tense. So remember we did present tense, we did preterite, we did imperfect, we've done commands. These are all different things. The commands are part of the present tense. So is this, okay? So it's not a new tense, it's just a little twist on what we've been doing. All right, so there are 2 things that we need to focus on here. All right, first thing, look at the yellow bit here. It says 3 conditions that must be true when using the subjunctive. All right, so ultimately you're going to have to decide, do I need a present tense verb or do I need a subjunctive verb? All right, and here's what you're going to use to decide. It has to have all 3 things. It has to have doubt or emotion. All right, I'll give you some suggestions. Actually, if you skip down here, all of these things are going to show you doubt or emotion. I want you to do your homework. It's important that you do your homework. It's necessary that you do your homework. I hope you'll do your homework. It's possible you'll do your homework. It's good you do your homework. I prefer you do your homework. I recommend you do your homework. Are you going to do it? I hope so, right? But again, there is doubt. That's one of the first things. You might follow my suggestions. You might not. All right, there could also be emotion. I'm happy that you did your homework. All right, I'm excited that you did your homework. I want you to do your homework. I hope you do your homework, right? It's good that you do your homework. All these are wants, hopes, suggestions. So I'm kind of giving you just in English so you can kind of see this is what you were talking about. It's not rude. You're just making suggestions. I recommend you do something. All right, next up, number 2, you have to have a change of subject. I recommend you do your homework. They recommend you read this book. We recommend they go to that store, right? He recommends that I buy that, I don't know, car. All right, so it has to be 2 different people, 2 different groups. Now you can have a general group, like look again down here. it's important that you study for your quiz, right? The it can be generic, okay, and that still works because it and you. So again, you have to have two different subjects. One at the beginning, I hope, I doubt, I want, or a generic one like it's important, it's necessary that you, or that we, or that he. So two different subjects. And finally, you're going to see the word K in your sentence. Now, I'm going to add something that I forgot to add to your notes. So if you're here, grab a pencil real quick. A pencil. And if you're at home, I want you just add in one word here. Okay, so the word K pretty much translates to that. All right, so add this into your notes right here. Okay, I just added the word that. It's not on your paper. So the word K, and I'll give you an example, like I hope that you do your homework. Okay, I recommend that you buy that car. So that little word K more or less translates to that. So go ahead and add the word that into your notes. But when I do some examples here, you'll see it. Okay, so first of all, you have to decide if your sentence needs subjunctive verb or it needs a present tense verb. Then once you've decided that you do need a subjunctive verb, you're going to do what it says down here, 1, 2, 3. All right. So first you decide, does it do these three things? If you said yes, then you're going to do this. This should look familiar. Listen to my words. Okay, to form a subjunctive verb, put it in the yo form. Drop the o. Add the opposite ending. AR verbs with E. ER and IR verbs are now going to end with A. Does that sound super familiar? Right. Okay. Because we just did that with commands. All right. So this is kind of an extension of that. You can think of it as, again, instead of telling somebody what to do, you're suggesting it, but you're still using that kind of command. All right. Number 3 is a little different. You're going to add S. You can look at my verb charts here. If it's in the to form, you're going to add most if it's in the we form, and you're going to add N if it's in the they form. So you'll notice it's not just, right, hable. Hable would be the command, right? But you also have hables or hablemos or hables or hablan. So you've got a few more choices. But the idea is the same. Yo form, drop the O, opposite ending. All right, so let's look at hablar here for a minute. So what do you notice first about the yo form and the L form here? Yo form, L form, somebody want to tell me real quick? Quick point. Go ahead, Charlie, they are what? They are the same. So that's hopeful, right? The only thing that means is if you're not sure, you have to put in the yo, right? If you put a yo, then you know it's in the yo form. If you put an L, then you know it's in the he, she form. So the good news is you don't have to memorize an extra ending, but the bad news is you do have to clarify who you're talking about, all right? So you will notice basically yo form would be hablo, drop the O, opposite ending gives you hable. That is the command that we just learned. Now, hables should look familiar because that was the -2 command, no hables. So again, pretty similar. Then we got hable, hablemos, hables, and hablen. Nothing too crazy there. All right, then comer. We've got coma, comas, coma, comamos, comais, and coman. Again, yo form, drop the O, opposite ending. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw all this at you only because you've seen it all before. There are some irregulars, but you should catch them using the yo form, just like we did with the ones that we just practiced. So you've got pongo and duermo and juego and hago. Make sure you use the yo form. Then you got to be careful of cargar and zar verbs, right? Because again, when you put that opposite ending on, you don't want it to say jueges, right? You need it to say juegues and the gut. So you need a GU. The C changes to, anyone? QU. We don't want sases. We got to have saques. And then that Z changes to a C. Now, check out all these irregulars. What do you think about de, este, vaya, sepa, and sea? Do those look familiar? They should. They're all the same as the irregular commands. So again, the only thing that's different is now you have the to form and the nosotros form and the ellos form as options. And I did throw in haber at the bottom, Okay, that's kind of a special case that you might see. And I told you that means there is or there are. So that comes from the word I. All right, so that's it. Now, it can get much more complicated than this, but we're not getting more complicated than this right now. So what I need you to understand is when to use subjunctive and then how to form that verb. So if you flip to the back, we're going to do some examples together, and then I'm going to give you some time to do some examples on your own. So grab a pencil if you're going to be filling this in with us, or get ready to type if you're going to be filling it in that way. And let's do at least one or two of these together, and then I'll let you go through them. So let me tell you what it says. Here's the good news for you. All of these require the subjunctive. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to say it again. Everybody listen. All of these require the subjunctive. Am I asking you to choose if it does or does not? No, I am telling you this time that you have to use the subjunctive. All right? So let's look at number one together. I'm going to translate it for you, and you'll see that it needs to use the subjunctive. You'll see why. All right, so they want you to prepare the food for them. Okay, so let's think about this. They and you, is that two subjects? Yes. Does it have the word K? Yes. Is there some doubt? They want you to do it. Are you going to do it? I don't know. So that's why it's subjunctive. So now what do we do? Well, you need to take this verb preparar. You're going to put it in the to form. Somebody want to tell me what it should be? You're super close. That would be the we form. I'll give you a point for trying. I need it right here. See how I got it? It's okay. You want to say it again? Or you want to pass it? You're getting closer. There it is. Good assist. All right. So we'll do this one together, then I'm going to let you work on them. Pray. Oops, wait. Pray. Oh, no, that's still not right. Pray. Pares. All right, let's talk about it. I'm going to highlight it so you can see it. Is that big enough for you to see? Okay. So it's in the to form because it's they want you to prepare the food. This is for them. Don't let that for them throw you off. All right, they want you to prepare. So we did preparo, drop the O, opposite ending gives us prepare, and it's in the to form, so it's prepares. Does everybody see how I got that? Want to do one more together, or you think you got it? What are you thinking? I see a bunch of things in my chat here. Let me see what's going on out here. My chat boxes. All right, let's see. Okay. Thanks for all the updates. I think I saw all those. All right, what do you think? Let's do one more. One more. Una más. Somebody online's got to do number 2 for me. Es importante que nosotros blank donaciones. So it's important that we give donations. Are we going to give them? I don't know. Who wants to do that one? See, somebody put it in the chat. Let's see. All right, Juana, go ahead.
Demos.
You're going to read me the whole sentence. La frase completa.
Es importante que nosotros demos donaciones.
Perfecto. All right, so let's look at this. We had dar. Okay, it's actually only irregular because it has an accent in the yo form and the L form. But so it's not even irregular. You just don't use the yo form. I guess that also makes it irregular. So it's important that we give donations. Are we going to do it? I don't know. Are there 2 subjects? Yep, it and us, and the word K in the middle. All right, I would like you to try the next 8, and then we'll come back together and compare and contrast. So do your best. I am going to put you in with a partner here to check your answers and see how they're coming. So don't just sit there. Make sure you're actually doing this. And then I'll partner you up here in a minute. Be careful of yo forms. Be careful of kargars. Be careful of irregulars. I kind of threw in a little of everything. If it doesn't look right, it probably isn't. right. Uh-huh. Yes. Let me get your password. All right, hopefully making some progress here. I'm going to, put in my attendance and then we'll do this. Gracie, you feel like you're probably got most of these?
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, got about 1 minute. Finalize your answers. I'm gonna let you check in with somebody. Yeah. Okay, so do you see all those pencils? But only some are sharpened. So look in the front, see if you can find one that's sharpened. Are you finding any? Or just look at the bottom, or you can go sharpen one, I don't care. But... there's an electric one right there. Did you find one? All righty. Oh, did I mess that up? Online people, can you still see this? Can you see the answers? Yeah, okay, thanks, guys. All right, so I am looking for, oh no, I was gonna pair you up real quick. Did I still have time to do that? Yeah, I did. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. If you are online, actually, I'm gonna stop my share real quick. I'm gonna put you in a very quick breakout room and I want you to check your answers, okay? All right, I'm just grabbing everybody back here. Hopefully that was about right. Everybody in here got to check their answers, so I figured you probably did too. All right, so I am looking for some volunteers, preferably people that haven't gotten any points yet today. So I will take online volunteers as well as in-person volunteers, but I think maybe you guys have actually all gotten points. Yeah, so I'm gonna open it up to them first. All right, so you need to make your corrections here, right? These are your notes. Notes don't do you any good if they're not spelled right, all right? So online friends, you can see my notes, right? Okay, so who's got numero tres for me? Just either, I'm looking at you, so you can raise your hand or you can put up your blue hand. And let me get 8 quick-ish volunteers so we can go through this. Who's got numero tres? Rodney, go for it. What you got?
Would that be press there? Let me see.
I think you said it. Say it again.
I said press their status or no? Or
Okay, so the ustedes form is the same as the ellos form. So go up here, right? Ellos, ellas, ustedes. So you're going to have what letter on the end?
and press there.
Good. Presten. I'll try and highlight it so you can see a little better, right? So she hopes that you guys pay attention. Are you going to? Oh, she's hoping, right? 2 subjects, K, and the hope. All right, let's try numero cuatro. Who's ready for that one? Numero cuatro. These are quick hand. You just did them and you just checked them. All right, I'm just gonna call on people then. Jameson.
Is it hagamos?
It sure is. Good job. Would you mind reading the whole sentence for us, hon?
Ustedes quieren que nosotros la hagamos.
So, you guys want us to do it. We might not. Okay, make sure you started with hago. That's what gets you to hagamos. All right. We want her to put it there. Quick volunteer, Angel.
Queremos que ella lo ponga ahí.
So, ponga. Right? Again, pongo, drop the O, opposite ending, ponga. We want her to put it there. Is she gonna? All right. Número 6. Por favor, Lauren.
It's okay.
Yeah, we go ahead and read me the whole sentence.
What?
Can you read the whole sentence?
Oh, yeah. Es buena idea que yo toque el instrumento.
Good. And I'm assuming since you said it right, you spelled it right, but everybody check your spelling there. If you have a C in there, you have the word tose. Okay, you got to have a QU. Remember, it's a car verb. Tocar is like these up here. Look, like a car. So the Q, the C changes to a QU. All right, got to be careful. Otherwise, you're going to have the word tose, and that's not right. We need toque. All right, it's a good idea that I play my instrument. Am I going to do it? Don't know. All right, número siete. Siete. Gracie, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get everybody a point. Siete, Leah.
Is it coman?
You want to read the sentence for me?
Es necesario que mis padres coman las verduras.
Good. It's necessary my parents eat their veggies. Are they gonna? Hope so. Keep themselves healthy. All right, numero ocho. I see somebody put something in the chat. I don't know if that was somebody trying to answer. It's probably better on this if you just raise your hand. Oh, except for Alyssa, I see your thing's not working. Okay, well, don't worry about this one. All right, Zoe's got this one. Go ahead, Zoe, read me the sentence.
Es importante que mis amigos y yo vayamos a la escuela todos los días.
Good. Okay, vayamos. That was an irregular. Okay, if you tried to do something with ear, it might not have quite come out right. It's got to be irregular, vayamos. It's important that we go to school. Are we going to go? Hope so. All right, número nueve. Número nueve. Somebody hasn't volunteered yet. Who wants it? Karen.
Es necesario que ellos sepan la información.
Muy bien. Sepan. That's your irregular. It's necessary that they know the information. Hopefully they will. Y por último, what do you think? Last one has a little stem change in it. What do you think? I know yours isn't working, Alyssa. Who haven't I heard from? I've heard from almost everybody. How about Morgan? What do you think, Morgan?
Duerman.
Perfecto. Oh no, almost perfecto. It's in the yo form. Can you fix it, Morgan? Yo form. Duerma. There it is. Good. Es mejor que yo duerma mucho. It's important that I sleep a lot this weekend. All right, got to be careful on that one. That's an O to U-E. What do you think? Okay, well, we're going to do some practice. I am going to get you, the rest of the period, I'm going to get you started on your textbook activity. That's homework, so I was trying to leave you a little time. It looks like you have about 10 minutes to get that started together. And there's one thing on it that's a little hard, so I do want to do that with you. So if you would, keep your notes handy probably, and let's head to your textbook, please. I want to do two together, and then I think it's you may be able to get it done in class. It's not super long. See that real quick. All right, so I will get there with you. Stop sharing for a second. All right, so everybody's going to your textbook right now. Turn in the vocab. Morgan, I can't quite remember what you're talking about. Hold on to that question. I'll come back to that in a minute. All right, so everybody is headed to your textbook. I am slowly getting there, and then I will share my screen with you. Okay, so you clicked on Pearson. Hopefully this is getting to be easy now if it wasn't before. Click on Savas Realize. Click on classes. Make sure you go to Spanish 3 Spring. I have had people stuck in, oh, sorry, I didn't share it. I've got people stuck in fall mode, and then you can't find the right assignment. So go to Spring, and I have to go somewhere else to pull it up real quick, so bear with me. All right, here we go. This is what you should be looking at. Everybody looking at that? No, yep. All right, I'm gonna do one with you that's easy, and then I thought the directions were a little confusing on number 7, so we're gonna skip ahead. So this is pretty straightforward. Just read the directions and you should be able to get these. If my explanation was not great, look, read through it. They re-explain everything. Here it says, identify the verbs in the present subjunctive in the following sentences and write them in the space. So you don't even have to make it yet, right? You just have to decide which verb is subjunctive. So if you read the sentence, my parents recommend that I do my homework. What word is subjunctive? Haga, because they recommend that I do it. Let's look at the example. Let's look at number 1. El doctor quiere que los pacientes coman bien. The doctor wants the patients to eat well. So what word is subjunctive there? What word am I going to put in that blank? Go ahead, Gracie. What? Coman. I don't have to do anything to it. I'm just identifying it. This is kind of the easy first step. All right, so feel free to fill that one in with us. And then I want you to go all the way to number 7, because I think number 7 is actually a little confusing. All right, everybody get to number 7. Let's do it together. Then I'll let you finish it up on your own. All right, so look at number 7 with me. It says, Oprah Winfrey is known for her dedication to health and fitness. First, identify if each of the following activities is a custom or a recommendation of Oprah. Then write the correct verb. Okay, so basically here you have to decide if this is subjunctive or not. If it's a custom, she's just like telling what she does. It's not subjunctive. If it's a recommendation, then she's actually selling, then it's subjunctive. So let's look at this. Okay, Oprah advises the girl to get on the treadmill. So they said that is a recommendation, right? She may or may not do it, and therefore you would choose the subjunctive. All right, let's look at this one. Oprah siempre blank antes de correr. Oprah always stretches before she runs. So is that a statement about Oprah, or is that a suggestion that she's making? It's a statement. She's saying what she does. So am I going to put C or R? C, right? It's just a custom. She's telling us what she does, right? That's what she usually does. She usually stretches before she runs. All right, so because it's just a statement, I don't want to pick the subjunctive here. I want to pick the regular present tense verb. So which one is the regular present tense verb? You got to be careful here. It's a 1-letter difference. Which one is regular? Which one is subjunctive? Got to go back to the original verb. What's the verb to stretch? Estirarse. So it's an AR verb. So my present tense is going to be estir. All right, if I pick the other one, I'm putting it in the subjunctive. So take your time on those. There's probably a couple more of those. And you just have to use the example, right? Is it a statement, a custom that she does, or is she actually making a recommendation? If she's making a recommendation, don't forget there's going to be a change of subject and the word K. So that'll help you identify it. All right, so Zoom friends, checking the chat here. Okay, Morgan, stay on for a second. I'll answer your question. Kylan, I'll answer your question. If anybody else has a question, stay on. Otherwise, Zoom friends, you are welcome to go and finish this activity. If not, it's homework, but I bet you can